What's up, social media world? Josh Reed again here from Tier 1 Lifestyle. As some of you may know, this is more of a surprise video. Typically, I do everything on a Monday and a Friday and then release the content then. But we wrote an article today on the 3 stages of a successful mindset. And I thought that this article was so important, not only to the success of our life, but also to the happiness of our life, that I needed to share a video with you guys about it. To really kind of just jump into it, the first step of this is positivity. And I know that I say it all the time, but positivity really is the one thing that you need to drive home in your mind. With all the negative stuff out there, it's easy to get wrapped up into it and say, well, you know, all this negative crap's happening, and then next thing you know, you start coming up with excuses to why things happen. Positivity is the most important thing you could do in your life, whether you want to start a business or be successful or not. But to be a happy person, you need to fill your mind with positivity. And then the second step is going to be motivation. So motivation is driven by passion. And the only way that you really find that out is if you're truly passionate about something. The other side of that, though, is even if you don't find you're passionate, you're just okay being in your job and you're motivated to go do something, that motivation is going to be driven by positivity. Because if you're not positive, then what ends up happening is you look all the negative things in life and your motivation kind of dwindles from there, because you go, well, you know, I don't see why I have to do this. Nothing really out there is that good, or my life's not going to be that good. And then your motivation tends to fall off the spectrum. Well, the problem with that is that if you really think that the world is this bad, your issue is not the lack of motivation, but it's your outlook on life, and that reverts us back to the first step, positivity and driving it home in your mind. Listen to people who are positive, listen to people who are successful and about how hard it was for them to get where they were at. That way it kind of puts things in perspective for you that the world really is not that bad. And then, of course, the third step is going to be discipline. Disciplining your mind to do the things that you know need to be done and the things that you need to accomplish. And the interesting thing about the discipline in itself is that it's driven by the very first thing, and the very first thing is positivity. Once again, if you're not positive, how can you discipline your life to say, well, if I continue to do this, things are going to get better if I have a negative outlook on life? Those two don't go together, just like positivity and motivation don't go together. And then motivation and discipline don't go together if you're not motivated to discipline your mind. And I know that might be like a conundrum of wording there, but it really is true. All 3 of these things equal happiness and success. Now, if you just want to be a happier person in your life, you still need to have those 3 things. And once you get your positive motivation and discipline all done and your mind is running on all cylinders, I promise you, for years to come, you will be one of the happiest people in this world, because that's what it takes. You know, we get caught up in our life and our daily struggles that we forget what's really important. And so instead of weighing out the positives, we weigh out the negatives, and then next thing you know, we're in this slump that we could be in for an hour, we could be in for 2 hours, we could be in for a week, and then next thing you know, that week turns into years, and we're right back at the place that we started. So get your mind right now. Don't wait for tomorrow, don't wait for the next day, get it done now. And from this point forward, if you have people in your life that are continuously negative and create drama, or you're at a job that is dramatic, or the people that you work with you don't like for whatever reason, take yourself and remove yourself from that position, because you can. And you can say, well, I have all these things, and then that's where, once again, excuses lead to a negative mindset. So we all start with positivity, then we move it into motivation and then discipline, but understand that you can't have one without the other. You have to discipline your mind to feed yourself with positivity every single day, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, and continue to do it. Once you get that ball rolling, now you're going to find something that you can be motivated about, and then next thing you know, they've all intertwined and everything is firing the way that you want it to fire. So that being said, If you have any questions, any comments, or would love for me to cover a different subject, please feel free to comment right here on YouTube. You can also catch me on Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, and Twitter. But until next time, guys, hopefully this helps you out, inspires you, but most of all, stay motivated.